To this day, I'm not going to vote for him.
I will.
No comment. I'm moving on. Because I never brought it before. I want to give him a shot.
I know it's 7 o'clock.
All those people that went out there.
We're looking at all my comments. What can I say?
There's warning. Okay, we can start.
What do you mean? John, do you have your cell phone on? John, yes, where we're going to be seated.
Oh, they don't know that. You wasn't one.
We got to know whether it's Des Moines or Raleigh.
All right. Monday, March 12, 2012. Southland Common Council is now in session. The invocation with Reverend Sylvester Williams.
Mr. President, before you make the invocation, just want us to pause a minute to honor and to reflect on the life of Ms. Rita Capala. She was a citizen that continually came to meetings after meetings and was a very advocate for public communication and public involvement. And she passed away over the last few days, and she was 75 years old, and she's got right there. Right there. And she came and talked to all of the meetings, and it was, we could tell something was wrong when she was not at the last few meetings, so we started asking. And we were just thankful that she took her life and her dedication. So, Ms. Rita Capala, can you remember her in your prayer?
Certainly. We do remember Miss Rita tonight. We pray, Lord, that you would watch over her spirit, those who she have left behind. Give them grace to go through that, what you've ordained for them. I would like to offer this prayer in my tradition. Lord God, Father of heaven and earth, we come before you in the presence this evening of all of those of the host of heaven and ask your blessing upon this council. I ask that you grant each of these your chosen officials the wisdom and understanding of King Solomon, the wisest to live, and give them strength and fortitude to execute their duty and the people's business. And Lord, give them your spirit to guide them in implementing the correct course of action tonight. For it is in Christ Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
40, read the roll, please.
Mr. Scott is present. Mr. Henry Davis. Here. Mrs. Shea.
Here.
Dr. Furlick. Here. Dr. Varner.
Present.
Vice President Oliver Day.
Present.
Councilmember White.
Present.
Mr. Furlick. Here. President Teeter.
Present, Mr. Wardy.
9 present.
Thank you. We have the report from the subcommittee on minutes.
I have reports from 2 minutes. Two sets of minutes. The meeting of February 13th and the meeting of the February 27th. They both read, to the Common Council of the City of South Bend, the subcommittee has inspected the minutes of those respective dates, meeting of the council, and found them to be correct. Therefore, we recommend the same be approved. Signed, Derek Dieter, David Varner.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion to accept and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you. Under special business, I would like to notify anyone who is here in the audience at this time that Bill 1210, a zoning at 1434 Garland, and another zoning issue, Bill number 312, will both be continued at the request of the petitioner to March 26th. So if you're here for those, you will not be hearing, you can still stay and watch the rest of the council business if you would like.
I will now turn it over to our council attorney to talk about Memorial Day.
Well, you know, no kind of help here focus on the issue about we have to serve.
This is Memorial Day, and unless the city council makes a motion at a public meeting like this, we would have to go through the process of having a special call where a foreign member of the South Bend Police Department designated by the police chief would inform each of the council members who they're at their home or at their place of business that the meeting is going to be changed. So we noted that the appropriate motion this evening is to change the May 28th common council meeting to be moved to Tuesday, May 29th at 7 p.m. in the council chamber.
So moved. Second. A motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? We proceed to the council committee awards. This South Bend City Council has decided this year to monthly award a youth, a citizen in the business of South Bend, Indiana. They will be invited up to the podium tonight, and we will begin with 1218.
A resolution of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, awarding Patrick Michael with the 2012 South Bend Citizen Youth Award.
Parents don't get to serve. You have to come up. Whereas the South Bend Common Council notes that the youth of our city are the hope and the promise for a better tomorrow in our community. Whereas the Common Council is proud to recognize Patrick Michael as an 8th grade student at Jefferson Intermediate Traditional School in the South Bend Community School Corporation. Whereas the council notes that Patrick is especially talented and gifted, especially in his science class, and has always shown a willingness to help other students. And whereas the South Bend Common Council recognizes Patrick's many talents, his positive attitude, and he is reported to show respect for his fellow students, his teachers, and staff, which makes him a super youth, a role model for other students to emulate. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of South Bend as follows. Section 1. On behalf of the citizens of South Bend, Indiana, the Common Council is pleased to publicly present Patrick Michael, an 8th grade student at Jefferson, with the South Bend Community School Corporation with the 2012 South Bend Citizen Youth Award. The Common Council thanks Patrick for being a very gifted student who is a role model who reflects the excellence through his daily and his academic performance, his positive attitude, his leadership abilities, and the respect which he daily shows to his classmates, teachers, and staff. This resolution shall be in full force and in effect after its adoption by the council and approval by Mayor Peter Judge. Again, thank you very much. Thank you. He was nominated by principal and teacher. I request your favorable recommendation. If there's any comments.
Just congratulations and such an honor to be able to recognize the work that you've done and you've made South Bend proud.
Thank you. Congratulations, and continue to pursue a scientific career because we need more scientists and engineers in the United States.
We also have this great tote bag, the All-American City with a sticker, a decal. Don't put that on your windows at home. And a pin. So again, congratulations. Thank you very much.
We'd like to shake your hand, please.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Parents can come up too.
Parents.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Parents, come up. Thank you. Well, keep it up.
You set up to action on it.
I move we adopt this resolution by acclamation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you very much. May we have a recommendation to move 12/19 to March 26th?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Good morning. 12:20, please.
A resolution of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, awarding Martins with the 2012 South Bend Business of the Month Award.
On behalf of the citizens of the City of South Bend, Indiana, the Common Council is pleased to publicly present to Martin Supermarkets the 2012 South Bend Business of the Month Award. The Common Council thanks Martin Supermarkets for being an outstanding business which provides high-quality groceries to many neighborhoods throughout our city and beyond. The Council would especially like to thank Martin Supermarkets for being a great corporate citizen which is very active in our community by participating in Roof Sit, Stuff a Bus, Coaches for Cancer, as well as many other events. Your company is an excellent example of a local business success which truly benefits the entire community. The representatives from Martin's were here last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago, and they sent an email earlier this afternoon saying that they would not be able to make it, but they gladly accept this award, and they said thank you.
All right. Thank you.
We would like to move that we accept this award by acclamation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you very much. Do we have any reports from city offices tonight? Seeing none, may I have a motion to resolve in the committee of the whole?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition?
The Committee of the Whole is now in session. This is a portion of the council meeting where bills are given a second reading and a public hearing. I wish to share with you, for some of you this may be the first time that you have attended one of our meetings, that the bill that is before us, or the bills that will be before us this evening, have already been given a first reading and set for a committee meeting, a public hearing, prior to this evening's meeting. So I don't want you to think that we're just going to be rushing through the bills that will be before us during the Committee of the Whole. In addition, you will hear from the chairperson of the committee where the bills were discussed and results of their decisions. At this time, I would like to ask the council attorney, Kathy Sinkowski-Farron, to outline the procedures that will govern this portion of the meeting.
The bills that are not continued as noted by the council president will have a second reading given by Mr. Gordon, our city clerk. Immediately after that, as Councilmember White mentioned, the chair of the committee will refer to and give an advisory recommendation to the full council. At that point, the formal presentation by the petitioner will take place. They will go to the podium, give their name and address, and brief the bill and the council. Immediately after that, the members of the public have the right to speak about the bill that's set for public hearing. The first part of the public hearing are those individuals that wish to speak in favor of the bill. Immediately after that, anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to the bill. Individuals are limited to 5 minutes to speak on any bill that's pending before the city council. If there is a remonstrance against the bill, the formal presentation that is given, the individual will have a 5-minute rebuttal period to address this question. At that point, Councilmember White will close the public hearing and the council portion where the debate will take place and a motion as far as the district amended as currently pending before the city council, or is determined as a favorable or unfavorable recommendation for the court.
Thank you so much. At this time, Bill 03-12, the petitioner has asked that this bill be continued until March 22nd. I would like to entertain a motion to that effect. 26th, I'm sorry.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Bill 03-12 be continued until March 26th, 2012, as requested by the petitioner. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries. At this time, Mr. Borden, will you please give second reading to Bill 03-12?
Public hearing on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, appropriating $208,735 from the Non-Reverting Loss Recovery Fund, number 227, in 2012 for improvements at Belleville and Howard Park.
Thank you. Is there a committee report?
Madam Chair, the Public Works and Property Vacation Committee had a public hearing on Bill 412 this afternoon and sent it to Council with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. At this time, is that Park? Park Committee. That's the Park.
That's okay.
You're next.
Yes, the Parks Committee held a public hearing on 412 and we sent it to the full council with a favorable recommendation.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Furley. Is the petitioner present to speak to Bill 04-12? If so, we ask that you come to the podium and state your name and the address for the record.
Good evening, Council. Mark Neal, City Controller, 1200 County City Building. As noted, the request is for an appropriation of $208,735 from our non-reverting loss recovery fund. The bill is the insurance reimbursement for fire damage that occurred at Belleville Park. After reducing the value of the structure by the deductible, $208,735 was received from our insurance carrier. That money is being asked that we would use approximately $150,000 to rebuild the playground equipment at Belleville Park, and that the residual amount would be directed to capital improvements at Howard Park. The amount of $150,000, we've done some design work, and it's going to be bidded out. We look to receive those quotes very shortly. The expectation is that the park, the replacement playground, will be an improvement over what was there originally. It will also be constructed of metal and will be fire resistant, and we would hope that we would remove that challenge that we've had. Still certainly will be completely compliant with all appropriate regulations and still be obviously very safe and secure, and we think very fun structure. Again, the residual amount will be used at Howard Park. There's been some community planning work that's been going on for future vision of Howard Park, and we're expecting some plans to be developed in the next 30 to 60 days, and we would look to use that residual $58,000 approximately to be used for improvements at Howard Park once those plans have been reviewed and submitted for appropriate approvals.
Thank you. Council members, do you have any questions of the petitioner? Councilmember Dieter?
Is the metal facilities and everything you're building, is that scrapper proof? Scrapper proof. You said the other stuff.
Scrapper proof.
Is it bolted?
Yes, it's actually going to be secure. As you know, that is beginning to be more and more of a challenge. But obviously the design work is absolutely being focused on making sure that it is not removed or otherwise easily damaged.
Thank you very much.
Is there any other question, Councilmember?
Have you considered any other paints that they may use on the metal graffiti free, or the kind of paint that will help the graffiti?
Councilman Davis, I don't know the answer to that. I will confirm. I will certainly make sure we have a discussion about that. That it is graffiti proof, or as much as it can be. Yes.
I would appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions from council members? If not, we'd like to thank the petitioner. We're now moving to the public hearing portion regarding this bill. Is there anyone present wishing to speak on behalf of Bill 04-12? Anyone present wishing to speak on behalf of this bill? Is there anyone present wishing to speak in opposition? Seeing no one, the public hearing portion is now closed. Council member?
Move for favorable recommendation.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor of the motion, I hear your vote.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. Bill 04-12 will be sent to the full council with a favorable recommendation. Mr. Vorty, will you give second reading to Bill 05-12, please?
Public hearing on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, appropriating $5,200 from the Gift Donation Bequest Fund, number 217, in 2012 for the design, production, and installation of wayfinding bicycle signs.
At this time, is there a committee report, Dr.
My turn now?
Yes.
What's my gallery? Session of the Public Works and Property Vacation Committee and a public hearing on Bill 512. Since the council has a favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Is the petitioner present? We do ask that you come before the podium, just state your name and address, and give us a brief summary of the bill that is before us.
Good evening, Chris Trussell, City of South Bend Community and Economic Development. I'm here in my role as the city's bicycle coordinator to present this appropriation request in the amount of $5,200 for the purpose of designing, producing, and installing the first phase and future 2012 phases of the city's bicycle wayfinding signs. These signs serve to designate the city's the South Bend Bikeway, formerly known as the South Bend Bicycle Network, and to unify the routes that make up that network. And the signage will serve to connect the destinations that are already in place and provide improved confidence and mobility by the current and future bike users. The first phase of 24 signs was installed earlier this year, and perhaps you've seen them before, but they are installed on two routes. One is the route going from University of Notre Dame on Notre Dame Avenue at Angela south to Colfax, and then on Colfax, from Colfax at Notre Dame west to Michigan Street, and the other route is Riverside Trail, all the way from the entire extent from Angela to Darden. There are two sign types. One are the set of topper signs, which serve to confirm that riders are on the route, and the second are the destination signs. These are the larger wayfinding panels, and these panels include not only the destination, direction and distance information, but they also include elapsed time based upon an average 10-mile-per-hour speed, and we think this information will be most helpful to encouraging riders to consider taking trips by bike more frequently. And as you know, the city was designated as a bike-friendly community in 2010 by the League of American Bicyclists. And we believe that by encouraging additional trips by bicycle, these signs will lend to increased usage by new riders. And based upon the design practices that were put in place to create the signs, we think that they will serve as a model nationally, as there's very few communities across the country that have used this type of signage. Finally, we want to note the contributions that were provided. These are donated funds that came through three donors: the Bike Michiana Coalition, the Bike the Bend Organization, and Grassroots Media. And you'll be hearing from representatives from Bike Michiana Coalition and Bike the Bend later. But we want to really acknowledge their role in this and making it possible. What turned out to be made it a very simple fundraising campaign. I think they were willing to donate very soon after we made the announcement. They were really excited about seeing the signs installed, and we're part of that entire process. So we offer a thanks to them. That's the extent of my presentation. If you have any questions, I'll answer those at this time.
Are there any questions, Councilmember Deaton?
So all these signs, this was a total gift, $5,200?
Correct.
Okay. Then you talked about phase 2 and phase 3 down the road. Will that be city money, or are you going to have to go out for donations for those?
Well, we haven't received the final bills for the first phase, but we estimate we'll have about $2,200 left to do additional signs. So we think that we could make a second phase from that, from the funds available, and plan to implement those before the end of the year.
Okay, but phase 3, because I noticed there's no other than Riverside Trail on the south side or west side. Phase 3, will that have to be city financed, or are we continually going to go out for donations on this?
That's to be determined. I mean, we're hopeful that by installing the signs, they'll serve as the best advertisement for the initiatives, and we could attract additional donors for that purpose.
Okay, well, can you keep us notified, because I would hate to see some parts of the city get it because of donations and other parts of the city because of we don't have donations or the city not paying for it, they're stuck without the same type of signage here.
Well, I appreciate your comments and concern, but I think you should understand that we're not, the donors don't have the final say in the geographic locations. I think our ultimate goal, obviously, we want to spread out the signs throughout the entire city, so we have all four quadrants best served by the information.
Right, that's my point. So who makes that final determination?
That's a decision that staff has made, myself included.
Staff out of?
Community and Economic Development, the bike planning staff, yeah. And that's in collaboration with Public Works,
At this time, Councilmember Varner has a question, followed by Councilmember Oliver Davis.
I know that the old bike route signs were well used and have faded in most cases. I think this is a good idea. This might be one of those entrepreneurial opportunities where we look for sponsorship to do a different segment or a third. I mean, obviously we have sponsorship here, but I would think that some of the businesses in the community would love to sponsor something like that. And if there is a question about resources, which I think is a legitimate question, that would be a wonderful opportunity for people to get some publicity for themselves while at the same time sponsoring the bike pass. You might look into that.
Sure, thank you. We'll take that in consideration.
No, I agree with President Jeter and also what Councilman Varner stated. The issue that a lot of people, when they see the signs, and it was all up here in the River Park area or the Notre Dame area, that part of it, and you come down to the south side and you don't see it, it would just give the general impression that it is not spaced out well. And so what I think that he was trying to say is that even though your committee has been made this kind of a decision, the way it would look from the public side is that other parts are not taken care of where other parts work. So when you make those kind of decisions, it's great to spread it out. I mean, sometimes it's good to just target the whole area, like you're doing it, but as soon as you can, come south, and then that way south and north and east and west can all be covered.
Absolutely, that's the intent for sure. Thank you.
Councilmember Henry Davis.
Chris, Mr. Dressel, as we're going along this route, not bike route, but down the street, what is our end goal, our end result? What is our mission as a city with this program? Is the thing, starting from current day going back when we first started it, and I've seen it grow in some areas, bike lane capacity and drawn. So what is the end result? What are we looking for? I mean, let's say 2012, 2015, what does this look like? What is this program? What is this supposed to create? And how are we supposed to feel about it after we, invest into it and making sure that it exists?
Councilman Davis, are you referring specifically to the installation of bike routes, or just the bike planning efforts overall?
The program itself. You're the bicycle coordinator, okay? And clearly there is some plans that are in play or are being created. And again, we've done this sign thing before. We appropriate money for street signage as well as painted lanes. And we're going to continue to do this because the paint will obviously evaporate because of weathering, and also signs will come up missing because of weather or people taking them down. So, but is that all we're going to do? I mean, is that just the sole mission of the program, or are we going somewhere with it?
Well, the network and the bike routes, while they're a significant part, they are just a part. I think our overall progress is driven by our desire to increase our bike friendliness, so to speak, and that falls under the umbrella of what the League of American Bicyclists offers. We're now a bronze community, so looking at the next level, that's silver, and there's an opportunity to apply for that on an annual basis. Our current designation doesn't expire until 2014, but I think we're of those involved in the process of a like mind that we should apply earlier than that time, if only to receive feedback from the league to see what progress we've made. Because the bike-friendly community the Bike Friendly America program, there's 5 E's involved. I mean, this E would be considered engineering, but there's also evaluation and planning, enforcement, education, and encouragement. And so there's some areas that we're achieving better than others. I mean, encouragement, we've got some very significant events that serve to encourage the population to use, to be more participant in terms of bike riding, Bike to Bend, Bike to Work Week, and other similar events. But then we have areas of enforcement, education, which includes safety, that we want to continue to work on those. So we're driven by the league's system of evaluation, and I think we know, well, we've achieved well in some areas. There's some areas that we want to see continued improvement. One of the initiatives that we've implemented over the last couple of years is we've set up a Bike South Bend committee, which includes representation from across the community, not beyond the city or beyond government agencies, to help us help contribute to answering those questions. Because to continue to succeed, it's more than just what the city does. It's really what the community does to make us a better community when it comes to bicycle planning and other bicycle efforts.
Are there any other questions from council members? If not, we thank you for your presentation. We're now moving to the public hearing portion. Is there anyone in the public wishing to speak on behalf of this bill? We do ask that you come to the podium and state your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Judy Lee. I live at 66841 Walnut Road in Walkerton, and I'm very active in cycling in the South Bend area. I am president of the Bike Michiana Coalition, the coalition that really whose mission is to promote and be advocates for safe cycling in our community. We have worked with Chris, and we were very, very excited when we did have a bicycle coordinator. So we worked very closely with Chris, who is our liaison with the city. And he helps us to understand the city regs, and is very encouraging for some of the ideas that we have. We have long-range ideas, and we have short-range ideas. We really have promoted the bike wayfinding signs. We have been very active in getting the bike routes, bike lanes. We've encouraged that over time. And we are very pleased that Phase 1 has been completed. And we hope to see Phase 2 done in a very short time, probably during the cycling season. And the whole purpose of this is to really promote safe cycling. Our whole long-range plans are basically that. We're going to make our city a better place to live. We're going to encourage recruitment to our city because we are among some of the cities that have bike routes. We have the largest number of commuters, cycling commuters, among many of the applicants for the bike-friendly communities. So we were very proud to get that award. The city did a great job, so we have to be proud of that. When we start talking about some of the routes and the areas that we want to provide these wayfinding signs, we look at what the safest routes are for people to get to wherever they're going. And we will continue to work on that. And I have one more thought. Anyway, what we are is an advocacy committee, and we have made this donation to the city so that we can improve the routes, and there will be Phase 1, 2, and 3. Those, again, as Chris said, are yet to be determined based on what we have now. We look at that, and then we start planning for more. So we're not finished yet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else present wishing to speak on behalf of this bill?
My name is Jean Vlad. I live at 18463 Summer Wind Lane in Clay Township. But I am the event director for Bike the Bend, and I want to tell you how proud we are to have contributed to these wayfinding signs. Bike the Bend is a celebration of family, friends, and community. And bicycling lanes promotes community and increases the quality of life in our community. We are thrilled that, as we approach our third event, we have brought people to this community from 17 Indiana counties and 7 other states. We promote bicycling, safe riding, safety for the children. We're doing some little clubs after school as efforts to encourage children to ride, for fun, to bring your friends, just to ride. If the community is welcoming to bicyclists, it makes it a much friendlier place. It makes it easier for people to stop and visit retailers and whatever if they're on a bike. And the wayfinding signs make it easy to get from one place to the other. And I cannot tell you how much I would recommend that you continue to promote this and approve it. We have seen an improvement in our community from what we have done in just the 3 short years we've been doing Bike the Bend. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else present wishing to speak on behalf of the bill? Seeing no one, is there anyone present wishing to speak in opposition? Again, I see no one. I would like to say that the public hearing portion is closed. I would like to publicly thank the 3 sponsors, along with administration, for your support and the work that you've done on behalf of this particular issue. Please know that we are very appreciative of your time, your energy, as well as your finance. Council members?
I'll move for favor recommendation. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of the motion may hear your vote.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Bill 05-12 will be sent to the full council with a favorable recommendation. I would not entertain a motion to rise from committee of the whole.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries.
Well, council is now in session. Mr. Vorty, let's go to third reading of 412.
Third reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, appropriating $208,735 from the Non-Reverting Loss Recovery Fund, number 227, in 2012 for improvements at Belleville and Howard Park.
Move for the passage of 412.
Second.
Supported. Mr. Scott. Aye. Mr. Henry Davis. Aye. Mrs. Shea.
Aye.
Dr. Furley.
Aye.
Dr. Varner.
Aye.
Vice President Oliver Davis. Aye. Councilmember White.
Aye.
Mr. Furlick.
Aye.
President Dees.
Aye.
9 ayes.
512, please.
Third reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, appropriating $5,200 from the Gift, Donation, and Bequest Fund, number 217, in 2012 for the design, production, and installation of wayfinding bicycle signs.
Move for the passage of Bill 05-12.
Second.
Mr. Vorty.
Mr. Henry Davis.
Aye.
Mrs. Shea.
Aye.
Dr. Furlick.
Aye.
Dr. Varner.
Aye.
Vice President Davis.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Mr. Furlick.
Aye.
Mr. Scott.
Aye.
President Dieter.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Proceed first reading of 612. That's what I said. Before we do that, though, we'll need a motion for 1210.
So moved.
Second.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? 612.
First reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, amending Chapter 21 of the South Bend Municipal Code, Article 6, Overlay and Special Use Districts, Section 21-06.03, Northeast Neighborhood Development Area Overlay Zoning District to revise the single and two-family residential roof eaves provisions.
I move that Bill 06-12 be sent to area plan.
Second. With a motion and second for that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you. 712.
First reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, amending the zoning ordinance and establishing historic landmark status for the structure and real property known as the Hagen Hobbit House and located at 1922 Portage Avenue in the City of South Bend, Indiana.
Move that 712 be sent to the Zoning and Annexation Committee, be sent for second, third reading and public hearing on 326.
Second. We have a motion to second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries. 812.
First reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, annexing to and bringing within the city limits of South Bend, Indiana, and amending the zoning ordinance for property located in Clay Township, contiguous therewith, Councilmanic District 4, Douglas Road, Land Partners South, Limited Partnership, 17201 Douglas Road.
Move that 08-12 be sent to area plan.
Second.
Motion to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? 912, please.
First reading on a bill of the Common Council of the City of South Bend, Indiana, amending various sections of Article 9 of Chapter 2 of the South Bend Municipal Code by the inclusion of new provisions addressing gender identity and sexual orientation.
Move that Bill 912 be sent to Personnel and Finance Committee, be sent for second, third reading and public hearing on 326.
Second.
A motion to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Any unfinished business before the council?
I would like to make the announcement that Personnel and Finance will have a financial workshop on this Wednesday from 4 to 6 to begin to share information in regards to how local government is funded. It's the beginning. A lot of good information. We do invite the public to come, that you can learn more in terms of how the various revenue streams that we have before us, how they are utilized, but also you'll have opportunity, not at the first meeting, but meetings thereafter to really address any questions that you might have.
And that will be at?
4 to 6, this coming Wednesday, March 14th, here at the Chamber. We'll start in the conference area based on the number of participants. We'll be able to move out into the chamber.
Thank you very much. Any other unfinished business? Yes.
Well, I just wanted to make an announcement. You guys probably have it on your detail by now. Washington thing. We were going to have some visitors come in from Washington, City Park, Beyond Invincible. And it's a nonprofit organization out of D.C. that is doing a national bus tour. And I had an opportunity to get them to stop here on their bus tour. Young Invincible, they're going from city to city, mostly larger cities, Indianapolis in our area, Chicago, another one in our area. I know they're going definitely to East Lansing as well, so trying to figure out that it's more of a college town. Dealing with the platform of jobs, health care, and some of the national issues that demographics of 18 to 36 are dealing with. So we're going to focus here on the South End, Indiana, on the 20th of March, at the City Center, starting at 5 o'clock. We're going to have a job panel, discuss jobs, job creation, and jobs that will be available to that demographic as they grow older or as they're getting out of college or while they're being educated in college. They had opportunity to correspond and build some relationships with some high school groups, area high schools as well as area colleges to have this particular event. We have, I think it's 6 employers from this area, job creators, entrepreneurs that will be on the panel, as well as people who get licenses as well. So what we're looking for is a very good turnout from the city of South Bend. Reason being is because that demographic is, I think the number is 65% employed throughout the nation. And so when you're talking about a young professional being 65% unemployed, and dealing with a huge problem, the issue, there's a huge gap. Obviously, the revenue stream that you were just talking about, how we fund local government, and take care of our families and take care of our city. So I would encourage, everyone that's here, understand about voice, council members, you have it on your email, to come out to the Civic Center on the 20th of March to share in the discussion. Hopefully there will be more discussion about what we can do progressively to create more jobs, whether it's entrepreneur-based or working for someone else. But it's going to be a definitely progressive conversation. We have people from Washington, D.C. coming in, so I think that gives us a national spotlight as well on this issue. And after all of their trips are made from coast to coast, what they're doing is they're compiling a platform to discuss this with those who are running for president, Congress, U.S. Senator right now. And that would be some issues that they will push for that demographic. We're all affected by it, and I look forward to seeing you all there March 20th at 5 o'clock. We'll be in Recital Hall, actually. That's what I just put out.
Thank you, Councilmember Davis.
President Dieter, I would just like to say that I was pleased when I heard that some members of our public safety have gone down south to help our sister city, Henryville. Who is it? Harmon? Oh, yes, it is. Who has gone through the tornado issues, and I think that as we can continue to brainstorm as many ways that we can to help. Having this hit city with the devastation that it did, especially being an Indiana city, that whatever we can do here in the northern part of our state to assist them, I think we should be willing to do and help out financially, whatever, volunteer, or whatever. So let's continue to explore ways to the South Bend and help out our cities to the south who've been devastated.
Thank you. Dr. Varner, do you have your hand up there?
Yes, thank you, sir. In light of the fact that Bill 912 has been tentatively scheduled for a public hearing and committee meetings on 3/26, I'd like to ask our council attorney put a memo form, basically the council rules with regards to committee hearings as they have existed through the two previous hearings on this item and as they are written. Everybody can review those beforehand, so you'll have enough things in writing what the committee rules are. And if anybody has any requests for different consideration, we can work with that. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else on this council have any unfinished business they want to talk about? Mr. Scott?
Just one thing as far as Courtyard Place Apartments, we are continuing conversations, and they are doing well. That's all I have to report right now. So I just want to let everybody know it hasn't fallen off the table. And we should have some positive results in a couple weeks.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank the NNN, especially John Sellers and the director of the NNN, who brought a bus from Whitewater, Wisconsin, to come over to the Northwest neighborhood and help clean up the area around Portage Avenue, California, where I was writing tickets on Saturday, by the way. But I'd like to thank the NNN, which they do a great job of cleaning up a lot of the parks and the area around there, so thanks to them. Now, any new business before this council? Seeing before we proceed to privilege of the floor, just like to remind everybody that after the meeting, no one will come up here and step on the platform. If you would like to speak to a council member, they will come down there. That includes the press, so thank you for adhering to that. Now, privilege of the floor. Anyone who wants to speak to this council this time about anything that we did not speak about or anything that was on the agenda tonight, you may step up to that microphone. You may give your address and your name. You will have 3 minutes to talk. And if you have a specific item that you would like the council to check, we do have forms, so someone will follow up with what you specifically would like to know about. Messiah.
Swanson, 1321 West Washington Street. Some of you members already know because I used to come. The only reason I started coming back again because what's your name passed away. So I know sometimes y'all be out here by yourselves.
We understand. Thank you.
And ever since the mayor got sworn in, I've been wearing my badge every day.
Thank you.
Okay, every day. And then I went to the mayor's night out, the first one, and he sent me a letter talking about my comments. I'm going to tell you what it was. I think we need a gym with 3 floors. One for boys, one for girls, and one for little kids. So the intergeneration can mix up and teach the younger generation and accumulate. Now the Parks Department, I talked to them too that day, and they said they have an idea going on in Pinhook Park. Okay? And so it might be in the works, but I want y'all to push it a little bit. Because I was on my nephew's house the other day, they wanted to play basketball, but there's nowhere to go. And the older generation, they like to play after work or late at night, so I hope it'll be open 24 hours a day. And then most of the criminal elements will probably be there, but you'll at least know where they're at. Okay. But that's all that said. And to the new members, the last meeting I went to was the one before Councilman Ross got sworn in. I stopped coming once he got sworn in, but now since she passed, I'm going to start coming again, and I'll be at every meeting. So thank you a lot.
Well, thank you very much. Anyone else like to speak to the council this time? Mr. Martino? No?
Good evening. My name is Daryl McKinney. I reside at 501 Alonzo Watson Drive here in South Bend. I'd like to welcome and meeting some of the new members that's on the board right now. I haven't met you before or seen you before, so congratulations for getting your positions up there, and I hope you find everything well. But getting right to the point right now, like the gentleman just said, the last time I was in here, we were discussing the bill 6511. I know you guys see a lot of bills, and that was about the Alonzo Watson Bridge. We had discussed that it was going to be paid. I think it was finally finalized to be $250,000, so everyone had agreed on. But like since I live right there in that area, the crop center is up and doing well. I mean, you see 100 participants over in that place, all times of day just about. What about the bridge now? I walk past there to go to the store, to go over there to the crop center to meet with people. The bridge is still, new council members and old, a big eyesore. Very big eyesore. Like I said before, you don't put on a new suit or get a new dress and wear old shoes. Okay? I want to make that perfectly clear. You wouldn't do that. Okay? Neither one of you would, I wouldn't. So when will this bill be passed? When we start seeing money or something doing to that bridge, I'd like to know how I could find out, obtain the information. If you could let me know anything, I truly appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. Anyone else like to speak to the council?
Wait on the weather.
Seeing none, we'll be adjourned.
Just wait for the weather to
Okay.
Public Works, so Gary Land.
Yeah, okay.